not really going to be formal about this at all.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're chilling for sure. It's like I'm surprised I don't have a beer in my hand, and actually,
I kind of am disappointed. Actually, are there any in the fridge?
You guys don't keep beer in the fridge? What? I would have been like, beer o'clock every day. Well, we could go next door so fast.
Well, anyway, I'm Tyler. If anybody's watching this and you want to know who the hell I am, my name's Tyler McCool, and I work in video production and have done so for the last 5 years or so. We're here in Sarasota Underground Studios down at CoWorks Clear Idea Labs in Gulfgate. And I'm here with my buddy Dex, who's a really talented photographer, and we go way back. He's actually got a ballet dance background, and he used to run a motorcycle cafe that we all hung out.
We used to race together.
And that's where I learned to ride motorcycles and all that stuff. So we have a pretty cool history. And you recently made a transition into doing photo work more full time.
Yeah.
So
just recently.
Tell me a little bit about how that's going.
Well, I dance. The reason I came to Sarasota is because the ballet. I came here to retire just like everybody else. I guess it's Sarasota. I answered one of those ad on dance. It's a national publication, dance magazine. Come Dance in Paradise. Mm-hmm. So I was dancing at a time. On my way out, I was mid-30. I was living in Canada at the time. I was like, screw this, minus 40 degrees weather. I gotta go down to Sarasota.
And what the heck are you doing in Canada? You're from Thailand, right?
I know. Well, how long is the show?
We can't go forever, but you are from Thailand. So
yes, I'm originally from Bangkok.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to my work, my moment of work next, because I immigrated to Canada, started dancing, ballet dancing, not exotic dancer. Trained there in Winnipeg. The Royal Winnipeg Ballet is one of the premier dance company in Canada. There's two. There's Royal Winnipeg Ballet and the Canada's National Ballet Company. Mid-30s, I want to retire someplace warm. So I answer an ad down here. Come dance in Sarasota Ballet. I came down here for 2 seasons, met my wife, got married, and then retired from dancing and then do odd jobs. And one of them is...
When was that then?
That was 2004.
Okay. Early retirement for dancers, right?
No, that was 34. So, that was... Is that
normal? Dancers don't usually...
you can dance to you 40, but, I had bad sciatica, really bad. I can't even get up and tie my shoes and then, put on my pants in the morning. It's like gymnastic. You do professional gymnastics, you only last mid-20s. You push your body to the limit, all the works you do and everything. So by the time you mid-30s, you're on your way out. There's always going to be younger generation, come in and, do better job than you because they're younger. It's just the way it is. It's the way life is. They're going to be somebody better than you and younger than you. And that's just the way it is.
But that's around the time that I met you was a little bit after that. It was
that was about
05, 06, or maybe it was right after that I met you.
I think we met I opened Fuel Cafe in 2007. I retired in 2004. There's a gap there where I was doing odd jobs. I started a landscaping company and all those things, and when you're a dancer, it's not like mid-30s you're going to go back to school and try to do something else, so you have to figure it out.
I remember when you were doing that, when you were doing the landscaping stuff.
God,
you've
man.
been you've done a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. I was, managing restaurants. I was teaching ballet. I was, what the hell did I do? I delivered a newspaper, and all those things, and trying to break into a regular, normal people's life, being an artist all my life. But, one of my dream was opening up a motorcycle cafe, and that's how we met, in 2007. And Fuel Cafe was born after 9 years of wanting to open up a coffee shop and integrate it with, my other passion is motorcycling. And so Fuel Cafe was pretty amazing. I miss it every day.
Yeah, it was a community that was kind of like a family. It was really a special
that was really
place.
fun. There was a lot of money.
yeah.
And it was bad timing. It was
the economic downturn right then, and I remember
2007, 2010. It was the worst time ever to open up any business. Especially small business, and being as a niche thing as it was, But maybe one day we can refuel.
Maybe refuel. You never know. Let's fast forward a little bit to actually the reason why I have you coming in here. I mean, obviously because we're friends, but I want to talk about some of your work and your photography work in particular, and a little bit about process and like how you do what you do. Like, and actually at the beginning, like, how did you get into photography, or why did you decide to do that? Or is there like, did you do it when you were a kid, or did you always love photos, or are you a visual person?
It's like everything else in my life. It's almost like an accidental, like even my dance career, my motorcycling career, and even move here to Sarasota is almost accidental. Same thing with photography. I mean, I love, I guess being Asian, you go to, it's like, it's everywhere you go, everybody's taking pictures, and every post, like, I guess it's ingrained in the part of Asian in me. But when I was in high school, I took photography course, like the film. I had like, I had to learn how to develop film in darkroom and all that stuff, and it always fascinated me.
Were there certain parts of it that like really
absolutely
that you loved?
Yeah, I absolutely love photography, and then when I found dance, and that kind of took the whole different turn and took me away from photography. And then just about 2 years ago, my wife bought me a decent camera, and I was, of course, I love traveling, so I was traveling a lot, so I started snapping away, and then, it's like everything else when you post on social media, and your friends and your family start, oh, you're pretty good at this. I'm like, I don't know, I'm like, I like doing it. And then a year later on, again, I travel a lot, take a bunch of photos, and I'm starting to get people that contact me, want me to photograph them, portraits or whatever, events, or, I'm like, man, I might be, getting paid for doing all this stuff, and I'm like,
you're not just doing it for fun anymore.
Yeah, I was doing it for fun, and then
pay you to do this.
Yeah, and
so it just kind of like media, it kind of just morphed and like evolved into something.
Evolve into a business. And I wasn't planning to become a professional photographer or anything, because there's so many amazing photographers out there. I mean, it's something that I was out of the loop for 20 years, and I'm trying to now catch up. But with the digital photography now, as you know, you in videography, it's amazing right now. It's like technology is just like, pretty soon all you need is
the barrier to entry is so low, right? And the ability for anybody in the world to create something and to put it out there and to get eyeballs on it. I mean, there's never been an opportunity like now.
Now is the time.
I mean, you can seriously connect one-on-one with anybody in the entire world. It's really actually an awesome
pretty
time.
Exciting time that we have, to create something and put it online and be able to get business from people who don't even know you, and just like, hey, I saw your stuff, would you be interested in doing it? I'm like, hell yeah, So, and that's how it started for me. And then the more I do it, the more I love it. I find myself like fascinated with, I spend hours in front of a computer and like learning photography. I mean, without have to go back to college, we were just talking about a minute ago about like, I learned my stuff from, I can Google anything, YouTube
or whatever you want to call it.
It's
I think
crazy,
a lot of people
you can learn so much stuff for free, and there's so many people out there that want to share what they learn. For nothing. So that's how I learned it. I want to do the same for the younger generation. But for now, I just do stuff that I love to do. And
we're actually looking at, I've got on your Instagram page right here, your Voodoo photography. So tell me, I kind of know a little bit of what that means, but what the heck does that mean?
Well, my real name, my Thai name is Vutipan. So and everybody calls me Dex because of my middle name is Zadex. So it's hard to people to call me like Vutipan, that's how Dex come about. So I kind of play on word, Voodoo photography, Vutipan, so Voodoo photography. So that's how.
I think it's good. I like it. I mean, it definitely,
it's different.
It stands out. I mean, I like it. I mean, I think it's a good name, a good brand.
Yeah, like Voodoo as my little.
Tell me a little bit about what I'm looking at here. I mean, should I go further? Is there like a certain image I should be searching for?
Any of them. I mean, like dance
portraits. There's some polo dance. There's like a little
travels,
people.
a lot of
Oh, this was definitely some travel stuff here. This is a kind of a cool shot.
Which one is that? I don't want to. Actually, my wife. That's in,
Oh yeah.
in a house in Colorado Springs, in the backyard. I like shooting against the sun.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. It's just magical about shooting against backlit subject. And then trying to kind of like you turn it into something else completely.
Mm-hmm. It kind of has like a dream-like quality
Absolutely,
to it or something.
That's what
which I like a lot too, and I really like black and white images. That's
Yeah,
probably why I clicked on this.
Well,
too.
for me, if the color doesn't work, just turn it into black and white.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely that can be true. Let's see. Let's keep looking here. I'm just gonna keep going and give some people they can see what we're looking at. So. Just kind of scrolling through to give you a taste of some of
for sure. I mean, the dance photography.
Yeah.
For me, because I have background in dance, dance photography, it's hard. If you don't know the line, because it's all about in ballet, it's all about lines. If you're a dancer, you look at some of a normal, amazing photographer that took some dance photos. The line might not be right. I'm like, what they would have said, why would you put that on there? Because it's all wrong.
Is it because they don't know the form, or they don't know the technique? So you have the experience of the dance background, technique, and so you can combine the skills.
It's easier for me to be able to tell my subject or my my clients, all right, you need to do this again, but point your foot a little bit more.
I think that's really valuable skill to have in that niche, right?
Yes. As a dance photographer, you need to have a little bit of knowledge,
a know-how of the subject matter. I think that's something that's really important. Right. For people who are up and coming or whatever, not trying to go wide and do everything. To have some kind of expertise is I would say good.
And that's
good.
I'm lucky that way, because that's the thing. Because, and even when you see, let's click on one of those on-point image.
Maybe
of that, the other one in the red.
This one here.
Yeah, that one's fine too. Doesn't really matter.
I was just on that one. How about this one?
Yeah, that one's perfect. Yeah.
So she's on point.
She's on point. If she's off 2 inches to the right or to the left, a professional dancer wouldn't have known.
They'd be like, oh, well, that's not right.
It's not right. On a line, her shoulders too high, or her arms too high, or her foot sickle. You know what I mean? Or her.
She looks almost floating, right?
It has to look
she has this effortless quality, you're saying.
And that's what I'm trying to capture, something effortless.
She looks completely
really hard to
she
do.
looks completely relaxed, even though that is obviously not a relaxed position to be in.
Not at all. Yeah. And then some flying shots and stuff like that. What you actually need some kind of high speed
really cool.
flash to do, and that's hard to also.
Some motorcycle stuff I see, obviously. Let's see. This is kind of a cool
I travel every time I go travel. I try to hit the Grand Prix, the MotoGP races, and go there to attend. But
I remember a couple of these shots here. They had this drama to them, you're behind the scenes or something.
All behind the scenes. I love.
I love these shots. There's just something so sweet about them,
right?
And just you're not even there. I'm transported to this moment. Right.
I love being backstage. Just one thing I miss about dancing and being in the wings. Backstage there, people the emotions you go through before you get on, and when you come on, you celebrate. It's funny. You watching some of these ballerinas. They go on Swan Lake, for example. I tour Swan Lake, God, hundreds of time, and I being part of that backstage, and you see all these beautiful dancer going out there and perform their stuff, and they smile and come back in, they're all bawling, crying, people throwing up backstage, and the moment they left the wing to go back step into the stage, everything's normal, everything's performing, nothing happened. That's I like to capture behind the scene, all the backstage stuff, for sure. That's one of my
there was one other one
I
was trying to find. There was another shot of a behind the scenes that I saw, and I didn't see it in here. I think it was a while ago.
Somewhere in there,
it was a while back or something.
Is that the one on the tutus?
I don't remember. But yeah, what is it do you have an intention when you're shooting? Are you trying to capture a certain thing or like a feeling, or what is that like? 'Cause it
I'm
depends
always
on the
trying to-
situation.
Yeah, it depends
or,
on the, but it's like everything else in,
Yeah.
in videography and
It
photography.
changes.
You don't know it
always
changes.
changes.
It's to me, I feel like it's more like 70% problem solving at
Which
the
is kind of
scene.
fun. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of fun.
it
I
is.
love shooting.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
dynamic, creative process.
Absolutely.
Right? You're in a changing
you can't
environment.
plan for it. You
and
can
you're
plan
trying-
like this is you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have an idea of what you want to do until you get there. I'm like, oh shit, I can't.
That doesn't
do
work
That
at
doesn't
all.
work at
So
all.
now I got to
You
do
have to
something
change
totally
your plan. You
different.
have to make it work, and I think that's the fun part about it. You know, like you need to you need to be in the moment. You have to know how to change the plan. You have to solve all these problems and make it look amazing doing it. And that's a fun part for me too, to trying to figure out all these things. You know?
What are the tools you use? Like tell somebody or tell everybody like your
gear talk.
the gear and or the software. Like what software do you use?
Well, firstly, I'm a PC guy, so I don't have
have a problem.
I don't have a Mac. Yeah, I use
it's okay.
Lightroom,
someday.
Of course, like everybody else. Lightroom and Photoshop. That's my workflow.
Have you used Pixelmator? It's a great app, by the way.
I know. You
should check it out. I'll show you a little bit.
Then I don't know. I might have to take like.
It's only a $30 app, and it's excellent.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a combination of Photoshop and it's like a dumbed down version of Photoshop. But there's also a lot of really cool effects and tools that are easier to use than Photoshop.
Anyway, so it's great. Yeah. But
so.
it's really simple stuff that I use in Photoshop to get remove certain things or clear up some.
So anyway, sorry
stuff.
I interrupted.
No. That's my go-to is PC, Lightroom, Photoshop. My gear, because I travel a lot and I do a lot of portraits. I have just a Sony A6300.
Yep.
I don't have a full frame. I have APS-C size.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need it really. Most
for what? Yeah, for what
do
I
you really need
for
it
now.
for,
yeah, I don't want.
And I shoot on full frame for video, but to get that extra width on all the lenses and better low light performance. But like for a lot of situations, like it's really not necessary. People are hung up sometimes on the technical details too much, and it's not really.
And I
what it's
travel
all
a lot.
about.
Gear is so heavy, you know what I mean? Like I try
that matters. I mean, it definitely
is
matters.
when you have to like hike and you have to like backpack and you get on a scooter and you ride all these places and you don't want to lug around like big DSLR or like some big lens where you go into like these little villages and you meet people and they're like I love portrait photography. Like that's one of my love when I go and I ask them, can I take your photos? I don't want to bring out like this gigantic thing and I was like
it's
sitting
like
on my side,
Canon, pun intended.
Then they need to kind of be more like subtle and and my subjects are always comfortable.
I mean that's definitely
I shoot, and it's really important. And then so something that I travel around a lot. And it's like I have a trip coming up in actually next month. I'm going to India and Philippines, so I'm trying to go as light as I can. I'm taking my little drone, Mavic Pro,
yeah, you got
out of my
Pro.
gear. Yeah, and then just one camera, and then 4 lens. Choices of lens.
What's your portrait? What focal length do you usually use on APS-C sensor?
APS-C side, I have right now. I use Sigma 30.
Yep.
1.4. That's one of my favorite lens for my APS-C.
Sigma's
side.
really coming out with a lot of really nice stuff.
Yeah,
lately.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like I heard like everything else, you can do a lot of research on YouTube and Sigma have come out with pretty amazing for APS-C. And then I just bought the 18 to 35. I like it. I mean, it's hunting a little bit for focus because you have to use their MC11 adapter, but the quality is pretty amazing. I mean, for the money, like I don't want to spend $2,000 on a lens, and if I go get robbed or get mugged, like overseas, I don't feel so bad losing my $600 lens.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're doing a lot of traveling and there's a risk factor there
Absolutely,
of like something getting lost or damaged or something,
like
it's not that important for you to have that extra 2% of perfect edge-to-edge clarity to spend 3 times as much money.
Right, because most of the time you can do something, everything over at post now. You can, you can fix clarity, all that stuff. Yeah,
so a lot of people won't like to hear that. Like a lot of
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that's
the pixel peepers of the world will be like flaming you right now, hating you for telling no, you have to have everything perfect all the time. You have to have the best everything.
No, you don't need
most people are looking at this stuff on their phones too anyways. I mean, so Tell me, let's look. I want to look at a couple more images here before we.
Yeah.
We've been going on for a little while here. We'll wrap up soon. Like if you can tell me a little bit about either like shooting technique or editing process of like one of these photos that kind of sticks out to you that maybe you want to talk about.
Go back up a little bit more.
Okay.
You see, up, more. Those are like all the stuff is kind of boring things. Underwater stuff.
Yeah.
It's like GoPro. I mean, it's not anything.
I mean, it looks pretty good though for GoPro.
Yeah, it's a lot of editing.
Yeah. What did you have to do to that?
I mean,
like this.
with
what would
GoPro,
you have to do to make it, look?
I mean,
I wouldn't be able to tell that that's a GoPro image.
Because it depends on the lighting. With GoPro underwater stuff, you have to make sure there's a lot of lighting because the higher
you're shooting up
ISO,
at the sun, and how are you getting the light on her?
It's so clear. So you have to make sure it's open swimming pool or you're in the ocean where it's like sufficient lighting, a lot of lighting. So it's as low ISO as possible. Then you start with that, and when you go into Lightroom or in Photoshop, you kind of like increase the clarity. You can adjust all the stuff you need in at post, and then you get rid of all the things you don't need. But GoPro, it's good enough for social media, or you're not gonna blow up beyond like 8x10. Like if you're gonna blow something up like bigger than that, and you probably need a better camera for sure.
Tell me, let's switch a little bit. This is kind of interesting. So there's someone playing polo. And you got like a motion blur where they're not really blurred, but like, okay, the background is, are you panning with that? Like, are you panning the camera and you're still with them? It's
Sony. It's pretty amazing. That's a kit lens. Actually, that's I think 70-210 kit lens on I think that's on a.
What kind of shutter speed is that at?
I believe that's pretty low. I think I shoot at 110.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But because you can actually, with autofocus, you can actually follow the subject. That is what my intention was, trying to capture the subject, and I shoot at like I think at 11 frames per second there, and I just shoot, follow the horse, and just click the shutter and go until it gets what I needed, and that's.
Is that a blending of any frames, or is that one frame?
No, that's one frame.
Okay.
Yeah, no blending right there.
No, that's cool. I like that. I like that effect a lot.
Yeah,
very cool.
That's more camera than me.
There's you, Kate.
And if you look at that shotgun one, and actually that's an accident. Usually
you got the shell coming right out.
Yeah,
you have two. You have one shell here.
One shell. Usually it's one shell, but for some reason it's not a. It's an accident on the gun part.
It shouldn't be there.
It shouldn't fire two at a time.
That's
so.
Oh
I shot.
Gosh.
I've had multiple shots that I can get like one shell coming out, but that happened. That shot, he fired once, but it accidentally fired both. Like it go back to back. So one come out and.
Wow.
So you got two coming out. It's like automatic like shotgun, but it's not. It's that one. It was like so. Actually, that's good you caught that because I didn't tell anybody about that. But like that one is completed an accident. You get two shells coming out.
Wow, that's really cool.
Pretty amazing.
I actually, side story, my dad one time, like 10, 15 years ago, he had a shotgun like Elmer Fudd on him. Where like it actually got
the
stopped.
Side by side
and it blew up the barrel. Yeah. The whole thing was ballooned out and shredded in pieces, and like
he was okay.
He could have been really hurt, but he wasn't.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
But, well, I don't know. I think we're gonna call it like pretty much. There's no like real ending to this, but I think we talked about some really interesting stuff. I mean, people, if they want to learn more about you and your work, you've got your website right here, voodiephotography.com.
Now I do a lot of travel. Now, like I said, like I hooked up with a travel company in Bangkok, and they do like adventure tour, and I submitted my portfolio about a little less than a year. Met up with them, and they look at my portfolio, they like what I do, and then now they hire me to go overseas, to go shoot stuff for them, but the image belongs to them, so I can't really use the thing on my Instagram. But when I'm on the road, I'm allowed to shoot whatever I want. So whatever I shoot on the road, that's mine. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
That's cool.
Fun
So
stuff.
is that the best way to get a hold of you or contact you, or voodoophotography.com?
voodoophotography.com.
On Instagram.
Facebook. Also, it's also Voodoo Photography on Facebook, and then all my information is all on there.
Awesome.
So
Well,
yeah, for sure.
Thanks a lot
Yeah,
for
thanks
coming
for
down
having me,
here
man.
and
It was
being my guinny
awesome.
pig.
It's badass.
We're definitely I want to do a lot more of this and have other people in the studio and just talk shop, and we'll get into all kinds of method and video and photos and illustrators. I want to have everybody.
Sure,
everybody who's a creative.
It's
if you're interested,
great town. I love what you guys are doing.
I should actually probably be looking at the camera when I say this. And actually, we got Trent over here. He's been behind the scenes. We won't see him, but maybe we'll see him next time. We'll get an angle on him.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
He's doing the switching for me. I'm usually the one behind there at the box doing it. So yeah, if you're a creative, or you're somebody who wants to, come on down to the Sarasota Underground Studios. We'd love to sit down and chat and just talk about your work, talk about what you do. You can find my personal blog, blog.tylermccool.com. You can check out my video production work. I've been doing that for about 5 years now.
It's amazing, man. I love what you guys are doing. Like
so we've got a lot going on with Sarasota Underground, and
Yeah.
we've got software we're building, and really, check out what we're doing.
Yeah, you guys are changing Sarasota. It's great, really, about the whole art scene here, and photography scene and videography scene. You guys are changing things. It's great, man. It's really
Awesome.
really cool. It's awesome.
Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
everybody.
you.
Peace.
Peace out.